You are not alone. This video had to be made because frankly, there's not enough content out there shedding light on this subject. More musicians have to be reminded that mental health really does matter. Hi, I'm Allee, another random dude on the internet that maybe you should listen to or maybe not. What I want to share with you is some experience that I've had here in this city called Nashville, Tennessee. I've been a part of this creative grind for over 25 years as a whole. A little bit about my background. I've actually lived in several different places: Northern California, Southern California, Vegas, and now here in Nashville. So I want to give a disclaimer. I am not a medical, nor am I a psychological professional. I've seen the ups and downs enough to give a really educated commentary on it. Perhaps if you're new to this or haven't been in it for too long, you can gather something from this video. This is not for everyone. And of course, those that ignore that fact, especially for you, this video is going to be good and informative. Are you still with me? Good. Thank you for joining me. This isn't about views. It's not about money. It's really at its core about support. This is a reminder that bears repeating. I say it again throughout this video. You are not alone. I say that to anyone who needs to hear it. Help does exist. No one can say anything to instantly change your mind. I know this, but hear me out. We are here for you. You are not alone. For anyone in the arts, whether it's music, photography, videography, or design in that matter, the reality is talent really isn't enough. Nashville specifically has been packed with insanely talented people from all over the world. It's easy to feel like another face in a crowded room. That could be humbling. It can also be crushing, soul crushing. You start to wonder, what makes me different? Do I have value? Am I really cut out for this? And when the work dries up and when the money runs low, especially when the applause fades, it can feel like you're just drowning. That's when depression, self-doubt, and even self-destructive tendencies decide to creep in. Many young musicians move here in their early 20s or 30s. They're very talented and gifted. Maybe, possibly, a little unprepared, let's just say, for the mental and emotional toll that it takes. No amount of talent can fully prepare you for the lows. If you're not self-aware, those lows can be really devastating. So what do? Here's what I've learned throughout my history. Take it for a grain of salt. But this is something that if you've never heard before, perhaps this might help. So alongside seasoned professionals who have been in the highest levels of this industry, all playing the same gigs. You're right next to your heroes, playing the same gigs on Broadway if you live here in Nashville. That could be really intimidating on its own. So I understand. Your mind can easily go to dark places. So like one day you're the king of the mountain, you're surrounded by praise, accolades, all the goods. Look at me and how amazing I am. The next you're hit with criticism, negative comments on social media, and it decides to break you. All of a sudden you don't know how to handle it. But there are ways to combat these feelings. There are ways to stay encouraged, to stay motivated in today's world. Now more than any time, achieving your dreams is more possible than ever. It really is. The stats are staggering. Suicide rates amongst musicians are alarming, but there are ways to fight back. This video is about perspective, about what I've learned, about navigating the trials of being a musician or an entertainer in general. If you're feeling lost, overwhelmed, or questioning your place, I hope this finds you at the right time. And now more than ever, we must pay attention to those around us. We've lost people in our community, even as recent as the last month. This is real. People are really struggling. If someone seems off, check in. A simple conversation can make all the difference. This community, especially here in Nashville, is really something special, and there are so many people willing to help. I've been in so many situations where I asked for help and I got it from the most unlikely of circumstances and from out of nowhere. It's been really amazing to see communities come together here in Nashville that really make a difference. There are a few things that I will give you as advice to combat these things, and it's really important. Number one, diversify your talents. I dedicated most of my life to drumming. I put everything on the line for it, everything. That's all I did, and I'm sure you can relate. But in 2020, when everything shut down, I had to rethink my whole entire career. I was in the depths of my soul, crushed, wondering, what am I gonna do with my life? What else am I good at? I'm down to zero again. What do I do? That question led me to a bunch of things. It made me reflect on the things I know well, things I've had a little bit of experience in the past, but never really did it. Videography, photography, and design, love doing all that stuff, but never did it at such a high level. So I did what anyone would do when they're stuck at their house and the world has stopped. I went to YouTube and started researching and learning things. I threw myself into it. I put aside the pursuit of drumming gigs and everything that I have moved to Nashville for. After I did that, the crazy thing that happened to me really didn't expect. Drumming and drumming opportunities started to appear. I let go of it and something actually came back to me. And I didn't even try, it just came to me. So, lesson learned. Expanding your skill set doesn't take away from your passion, it actually supports it. It gave me more value, and that's all I really wanted, to be valued. After that, my whole life changed from that day till today now, and I cannot be more grateful. Number 2, lean on your friends and loved ones. The saying goes, with a little help from my friends. And man, is that true. If you're struggling, talk to someone. Get those thoughts out of your head. Isolation is dangerous. For me, weekly coffee hangs with my crew, people that I really trust, have pulled me out of some dark places. People came out of the woodwork to help, and I listened. And sometimes just knowing that someone cares is enough, and it's going to change your whole mindset. Single out individuals or people in a group and surround yourself with good people. It can really make all the difference. And as a seasoned musician, it's our job to look out for those coming up behind us. If you see someone struggling, extend a hand, offer perspective, and if they're open to it, the sign should be clear. Help them. Don't just watch them. If they're deserving of help, give them help. Number 3, that leads me to helping others who are struggling. Now, this might sound a little crazy, but when you're in the depths of hell, but helping someone else actually does help you. When you step outside your own problems and offer support, you realize, wow, I'm not alone in this struggle. Suddenly, you're not just surviving, you're making a difference. And that feeling, it's powerful stuff. Be a good listener, be the voice of reason when someone needs it the most. And number 4, if all else fails, please seek professional help. Sometimes talking to friends, it's not working, and that's okay. Friends are not psychologists. I like to think I am sometimes, but no. There's real professionals that should handle real serious problems. And they're trained. Don't feel like you have to be the hero. If it's out of the means of what you can do, you make sure that your friend has help. Some services in Nashville are low cost and free. I'll drop some resources in the description below if you're feeling like that, and please reach out. Anyone in the comments section, please put down your resources as well, especially here in Nashville or any of the big cities. My final thoughts, you are not alone. You have options. You have value. If you're keeping dark thoughts to yourself, don't. Let them out. Talk to someone. Find a creative outlet that fulfills you. And most importantly, never stop creating. Keep up with the trends. Learn new skills. Don't be afraid to evolve, change with the times. We have so many options to do that. If you need a sign in some sort of way to tell you, this is it. Let's help each other. Drop your own experiences of mental health and all that in the comments section. Remember, help each other. This is a small world and it keeps getting smaller. We all have a duty. If we're doing well, get out of your own bubble and help someone else. This is Allee. I'm gonna see you in another video. I want you guys to stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, and remember, you are the company you keep, and birds of a feather flock together. Good night.